Hi guys, part 2. Okay, so before I got married to Robert, I wanted to lose some weight before the wedding, but a couple things happened before that. Actually, in February of '98, I ended up having to have a tonsillectomy, which, let me tell you, would not wish that on my worst enemy. It was awful. It was 3 weeks of pure pain, but I got through it. During the healing time of the tonsillectomy, I actually was kind of rubbing my throat, and I found a lump. So, of course, went a little crazy, ran to my dad. He's like, yeah, let's get this checked. So went through a couple of doctors. They ended up doing a biopsy on it, and it came back suspicious. So they decided to remove my entire thyroid. I'm mentioning this because the thyroid is your motor of your body. It controls all of your metabolism, helps you lose or gain weight. That's why a lot of people are on medication to regulate it and fun stuff like that. So I was losing mine. I was losing the entire thing. They did the operation. It did come back cancerous. I had to go through radiation. It was a difficult time. Thank God my husband was here for me. He would not leave the hospital. He stayed right with me. Made it through with flying colors. I have been cancer-free, woohoo, for 19 years now. So that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But yeah, I mentioned it just because it controls a lot. So it was actually, at that point, became even harder, as like it's not hard enough, but it became even harder for me to lose weight with that gone, with that part of my system gone. So I was bound and determined to look better for my wedding, which was October of '99. I found this program called OptiFast. I don't even know if it exists anymore. I did lose the weight. I lost 100 pounds. And at that time, I think I was probably about 350 at that point. Yeah, probably about 350, maybe more. No, I lie. I was probably about 400. I was probably maybe over a little over 400 at that point. So I ended up doing this program, OptiFast, and basically what it was were like protein shakes. I had 4 of them a day. That's it. 4 protein shakes a day. No actual food for 4 months. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. I think the worst thing was, I remember once it was my sister's birthday, and I actually had to walk out of the house because they were having cake and ice cream and everything, and I couldn't have it. I had these shakes. So I did end up losing the weight. I lost 100 pounds, so I was down to about 300 for my wedding. It was hell. It was absolute hell. But it was okay because I did what I wanted to do. I wasn't as low, obviously, as I wish I could have been. The problem with this program is we went to meetings and stuff like that, but they really didn't show you how to eat correctly after you were off the shakes. So I ended up getting married. I looked okay. I did end up forming a gallbladder problem because of the shakes, so I had to end up getting that removed. After that, I gained all that weight back. I gained 100 plus back. My highest weight was 446 pounds. Yeah, so it was not good. But still, my husband continued to love me. My family continued to love me. I don't know how it came back on. Okay, that's a lie. I do know how it came back on. I ate like crazy, and I ate really bad things. But it got so high, my weight got so high, that I started not being able to do things. I couldn't walk. It was very hard for me to get around places. My husband and I would go to Wegmans. Sorry, everybody. Wegmans is a grocery store here in upstate New York. It's a big chain. We would go to the grocery store, and I would actually sit in the car, and he would go in and do our shopping for the week because I couldn't walk around the store. I was depressed. I had absolutely no energy. I shut off. I totally shut off from everything. I didn't want to do anything. Not only because I didn't have the energy, I hated going out. I hated seeing the way that I looked. I never looked in the mirror. It was very painful. It was very hard. I was 30 years old and miserable. I was miserable. I hated my life. I hated everything about it. I remember going on vacation, and we went to a zoo. We went to see my mom, and we went to the zoo. At 30 years old, I had to rent one of those electric scooters to go around the zoo because I couldn't walk. And it wasn't a way that I wanted to live my life, but again, I felt like I didn't have a choice. I did the OptiFast. I thought, I tried, I failed. So it was, I thought it was over. I thought I was done. I thought I was going to be that weight and then some for the rest of my life. And I didn't want it to be. And as many people told me, you're killing yourself, you're killing yourself, your heart can't handle all this extra weight, do something about it, do something about it. Guys, it's not that easy. It's not that easy for someone to say, do something about it. You have to make up in your mind. You have to get in the right state to do it. So all those people that care about me and loved me and were trying to help me, it didn't work. It didn't sink in. I knew what I had to do. I wasn't ready to do it. Even though I was. I hated living the way that I was living. But my head was not in the game. And I just kept eating. And I kept getting bigger. And I shut down. I totally shut down. So, okay. We'll end that here. Maybe smile. Because that was a hard one. But more to come. Thanks, guys. Subscribe if you like. Bye.